Fabulous website, hometownstation.com. If you're listening, thank you. I'm the coach, the wedding coach, and my fabulous, gorgeous, smart, witty, entertaining, funny, charming, and really one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. You are Bella Shaw. CNN, 10 years, voted America's #1 anchor. And you're single.
I know.
And we're going to talk about deal breaker. There's a reason you haven't had a date in 3 years, because you're looking for the impossible. But let's finish off on a really neat human being. His name is Jorge Lopez. The company is J&M Entertainment. I just want to keep you over for 1 minute. You have a bridal show coming up?
Yeah, it's going to be Sunday, March 2nd. It's at the Hyatt Regency.
And we're going to have a booth there.
You guys will be involved in the
show.
show.
And who comes to that? Did people like Charlene come to that?
Absolutely.
People like
everybody.
Charlene?
Anybody tied into the wedding world. It's pretty much brides, parents of brides, bridesmaids. I mean, it's really, and the show here is really unique because we participate in a lot of shows. My company is involved. Actually, we just did a huge one at the LA Convention Center.
Thanks for inviting
Santa Barbara.
Yeah, just all over. And they're all great, but something really cool about this show, not just because we produce it, but it's all the vendors and everybody really know each other, and it's literally like going to this wedding party because it's just everybody's connected, having a great time. The benefit for attendees such as a bride or groom or parents is that, instead of driving around and trying to see 5-6 photographers or DJs or florists or whoever, you can go into one spot, see a bunch of them, get a lot of creative ideas, and then zero it down to the 1 or 2 top choices and then go see those.
What's the date?
That's Sunday, March 2nd.
And will you come back on our show?
I sure will.
WeddingBellsRadio.com. His name is Jorge Lopez. His company, J&M Entertainment's the real deal. We've been over there. It's a beautiful facility. In fact, going to his facility over there on Constellation would not be a bad idea for anybody, right?
Yeah. And you know what? Yeah. One thing we forgot to mention, too, was how important the ring is.
We're on TV. Don't touch my leg.
We didn't mention
the
ring. There'll be a lot of rings probably at the bridal show, right?
Oh, jewelers?
Yes.
That's a cheap plug for our advertiser, Andrew's Jewelers. And I bought a gorgeous ring, I think 4 carats for the missus. I mean, he is one of the nicest men I've ever met in the jewelry business.
He's right there at Town Center.
Yeah, Manny. Awesome. Andrew's Jewelers. He's got a beautiful kiosk
upstairs. Too bad he's married.
Go over there for Sandy right now. Drive over to the Town Center Mall. Go upstairs on the 2nd floor. See Andrew's Jewelers. He's got a kiosk. Come back with a little something for Sandy, will you? Come on,
Put
George.
the pressure on me.
All right, so let's, George, you can stay. Charlene's here. You are single. I don't know why, but you have deal breakers that are just bizarre.
Well, I don't think they're bizarre. I think that I'm being very selective, and I'm not going to be a nurse or a purse, and I'm not going to settle. I'm not shallow at all. I have my certain criteria that they have to meet.
So George goes out on a date, and like Charlene was saying, they get into a conversation. You want to within 5 minutes. What's your financial statement?
Yeah, if their social security number, I can do a background check. But first of all, if they wear their pants
where do you do the background check at?
Dumpadeadbeat.com.
That's our site.
First thing, if they wear their pants too high, they're out.
Okay.
Okay. If they try to cover a bald spot, they're out. If they need a bra, they're out.
Whoa.
If they have
That's
a
too much for Kyle
handshake,
Kyle's a young man.
They're out. If they are a poor tipper, they're out. If they have long yellow toenails and Birkenstocks.
If they wear that on the first date, that would kill it
out.
for Charlene,
Hawaiian shirt
too.
and flip-flops, out. Tomato sauce in the mustache is out. Store-bought readers, out. If their son is in jail, they're out. If they won't text, if they're not technologically savvy and they don't know how to use Facebook and they don't own a computer and, they're lost, forget it. Do they read? Are they an early riser? Are they a night owl? Anyone who would blow his nose like a trumpet.
Kyle, you wonder why this woman is single. If there's a guy out there
that meets this criteria.
Well, and he has to be tall.
Oh, he's got to be tall.
Right.
He's got to be, I don't want bad knees. I don't want any prostate issues.
Yeah, so, seriously, ladies, I don't think we have any guys listening to the show, but if you have a neighbor, a cousin, a brother, and he has to be 6'2" or taller, or is that too short for you, 6'2"?
Well, with heels, I prefer them a little bit taller,
Okay,
actually.
so 6'3", 6'4", and bring his financial statement. What else? His
Social Security number.
And his health records,
and last year's tax returns. last year's tax returns, we might be able to
And
talk.
she's serious. I mean, yeah.
I'm absolutely serious.
Yeah.
I will interview them. I will do a background check. I'll probably hire a private detective and have them followed for a while, because you don't mess with this stuff.
When I first met you, Charlene, she says to me, the first question, she says, "Do you drink?" And I thought that was a weird question. And I said, "Yeah, I have a little taste or two." She says, "Good, because I wouldn't be friends with you if you didn't drink."
I know, and it's a deal breaker. If they haven't had a hangover within the last week, they're out.
So why don't you just go to? Why don't you hang out at bars? Charlene is doing it the smart way.
I know it.
Okay, but why don't you just go to bars?
Well, I do like the lighting.
Why don't you go to AA meetings?
Well, that would be a deal breaker. I just have my criteria, Coach, and it's weird. And men have theirs too. So I can do the same thing that they do. All right.
That's true.
And so I've set the bar. It'll be a needle in a haystack, I guarantee.
Both George and I are very happily married, so we don't know about deal breakers. We're past deal breakers.
Yeah, I mean, if they're the type of guy who would...
Okay, what about a car? I mean, I thought I was shallow till I met you.
Yeah,
You're one of
car.
the most shallow people
That's
I've
one
ever
of the
met
first
in my
things.
life.
They drive up. If it's a Subaru, no way. I mean, you cannot be driving a Subaru and date me.
And I think they have one of the best commercials on television. Have you ever seen their commercials on television? They have great. Charlene's seen them. They have great
Really?
commercials.
Well, maybe I'll give him a second look.
Yeah, give a Subaru dealer. How about if a guy pulls up in a Ford 150?
I like that. I actually have one. So that would be okay. I actually drive that too. This is my secondary car.
Yeah, how many cars in your garage? 10.
Yeah,
I mean, you got like a 10 car. Well, you need a guy that's got dough.
Oh yeah, they can't play golf on a public golf course.
Oh God! Listening to
that would be
Wedding
out.
Bells
That would
Radio.
be out.
Let me take a break here. Catch my breath. Wedding Bells Radio on KHTS AM 1220. It's a great station right here in Santa Cruz. This is our first time in
it.
Santa Cruz.
We'll be back.
We're all over the country. We're on YouTube. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
We got to put George on YouTube. We got to do a YouTube. We need to go do a YouTube at J&M Entertainment.
That'd be great.
You know
I like
why?
that.
Because he has
That's
a
great.
fish tank.
Yeah.
There's something about a fish tank I like. I don't know. The first time I saw his office in a fish tank, I thought, that is so cool.
It's not a deal breaker for sure.
No, it's not. No, but there's something about a business that has a fish tank. Kyle likes a fish tank, too.
I agree.
So, do you think Mr. Wright is ever going to show up?
He's out there somewhere. It'll take a miracle to find
What
him.
about... What about job title? I mean, you can't be working in the mailroom with you, right?
no.
No, you got to be running...
And I will call his employees. If he's a CEO, I will call and interview them
And I
find out
believe
what
you
kind of
would.
boss
I
he
believe
is.
you would.
I really will. Find out what kind of Christmas bonus they got, what kind of Christmas party they had. And if they didn't have a party, if they didn't have a holiday party, he's out. He's selfish. He's not
I'm with her.
sharing.
I like that one.
You like that one?
Sure. No entertainment. He's out.
He's out.
George is going to do your wedding. George
Yeah.
and I will find you, and you can get Charlene. Well, no, I was going to say you get
She'll be my
Charlene's.
bridesmaid.
I was going to say you'd get her cast-offs, but that's not going to work.
That'll be tough, but you pick out and get the top three, do a dating game thing, have her on the other side of the wall. She
Wouldn't
gets asked
that-
her
we should
questions.
do that.
There you go. She asks her questions, and then whoever it is, she picks that. And
You don't think I'm being unrealistic, do you? I mean, this is just basic stuff.
I think you're really sick. No, why don't you do what I suggested Charlene does? Why don't you go buy a couple of puppies, get a box, go sit in front of Albertsons. I guarantee you're going to meet guys.
I think I'm going to take up golf, actually, at one of these swanky country clubs.
What about age? What about you're a cougar? What about
Yeah.
you're a hot cougar? What about age? What if a hot 37-year-old?
No, I saw what that happened with Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore. That wouldn't happen. No, I wouldn't want that at all. No, I don't know.
What about an old rich guy in his dying bed?
That sounds good.
I'm on the phone this morning with one of my old friends, and she's overhearing the conversation. This guy's got some dough, and he said something about his health problems. She looks over and she says, "How sick is he?"
Is he married? That was sad.
He's not happily married. You know,
No,
what's-
we asked him if he was happily married, and there was a pause. And we said, "Enough said." Enough said.
Kyle's
He's
going
in
to kick us
comfort
off the
zone
air
stage.
here because he's
Okay.
got to go to break here in a minute. Hopefully, we'll come back in Santa Cruz and do another show called WeddingBellsRadio.com. I loved our guest today. When we come back, we're going to have your hair lady and makeup. She's
Sally
awesome,
Van
Sally.
Swaringen.
Isn't she beautiful?
Gorgeous.
I know Sally. She's
Yeah,
really cool.
Yeah, she does
She
a
does a
great.
lot of
Well,
weddings
look at her
events.
hair. Look at the curls that she did and the makeup.
And maybe by then some of our listeners will have a godfather or a cousin or a brother or a neighbor or somebody they can dig up and tell me about them, as a possibility.
Yeah, good luck on that. All right, we're going to come back. Check out our wedding site. We're working on our new site called Dump a Deadbeat. We'll talk to George. I don't know if we told you about that site, but we're going to be doing background checks for, women like Bella and Charlene. Make
Perfect.
sure. And then if we need to follow them, we have
will.
a private detective agency that you can sign up for. All right, so weddingbellsradio.com. Check us out. You can go to YouTube. We just did like 6 YouTubes yesterday.
they're really cool.
Cheating. What else?
Lying boyfriends. Cheating husbands.
It is amazing.
Dating married men.
But
Gee.
yesterday we were picking on guys. I'm going to come back because women lie too.
Aw, just about our weight. And dress size.
All right. Well, you and Charlene don't have to lie about anything. All right. We'll see you sometime down the road. Hopefully, we'll be invited back to KHTS AM 1220. Here's what I like about Hometown Station. They do alerts. So if you're not familiar with them, call the station and check it out. I get alert like every day, Kyle, about 4, and it gives me traffic and all kinds of stuff.
That's right.
So you guys,
our email alerts.
yeah, so congratulations on a great station, doing a great job for the community. All right, we'll see you down the road. WeddingBellsRadio.com. Bella Shaw and the coach.
Bye.